Hi there, this is Himo.
This is Angela.
And I'm Mia. So we recently formed a company called TobPacko. Our eco-packaging company wants to put struggling tobacco farmers at the forefront of the new green packaging industry.
But first, let's talk about the problem that small tobacco farmers are facing. The decline in cigarette sales over the last 20 years is a public health triumph, but for Malawian and Zimbabwean tobacco farmers who have no other choices, the lack of revenue has devastating consequences. Globally, there is a disproportionate impact on the 1 million tobacco farmers in Africa. Malawi is a concerning case study as one of the largest bare leaf tobacco exporters in the world and one of the 5 poorest countries.
Meet Steve. Tobacco is his only means of livelihood. Most of the farmers in Malawi make less than $1 a day. By focusing on raw tobacco rather than finished products, they have very little negotiation when selling to tobacco companies. But many feel that tobacco farming is their only option. They are unable to cultivate other crops because the infrastructure is lacking, leaving some farmers in a situation where they must farm tobacco in order to avoid economic or food insecurity.
We learned about the plight of tobacco farmers through the Conrad Innovation Challenge and the Foundation for a Smoke-Free World. The foundation is investing in agricultural transformation initiatives to help repurpose tobacco farming. So, responding to this need, we formed TobPacko. TobPacko is an environmentally friendly solution that provides avenues for tobacco farmers to become stakeholders in an emerging and sustainable industry, eco-packaging. So, current materials that are used in packaging, such as plastics and styrofoams, pose a huge environmental problem, with about 8 million tons of plastic currently lying in the ocean. Styrofoam alone takes about 1,000 years to decompose, and this really does show the negative environmental impact that the current packaging industry has.
The global eco-packaging market is worth over $258 billion. Big corporations like Dell and IKEA support this move.
So, about 1 decade ago, the mushroom packaging concept exploded when researchers came up with the idea to harness the power of mushrooms to create as they destroy. All fungi, including mushrooms, grow long filamentous arms known as hyphae.
Hyphae release enzymes into the surrounding environment to digest and absorb the biomass. Hyphae contain a substance called chitin, and chitin is this glue-like biopolymer that organizes into nanofibrils, and they're what give the mushroom composites its firmness and structure. So what does all this mushroom stuff have to do with unused tobacco crops? Well, recently, a company, Ecovative, has mastered the technology to harness the growth properties of mushroom into packaging.
And therefore, we came up with the idea of using tobacco as a substrate for growing mushroom packaging.
Tobacco is a natural contender as a substrate for mushrooms. Agricultural experiments have shown that the whole tobacco plant, including the midribs, promote mycelial growth and have antimicrobial properties which can protect against contamination. Tobacco also has a lot of cellulose and nitrogenous content which promotes mycelial growth. Furthermore, it is locally sourced in big exporting countries.
We confirmed the properties of tobacco through proof-of-concept experiments conducted in our Floridian garage. This image summarizes the 14-day process of making tobacco. Using low-grade tobacco waste, we chopped it, shredded it, sterilized it, and then we mixed it with the necessary ingredients in order to inoculate the mycelium. Then we poured it into its special molds and waited for 7 days for it to dry. After that, we baked it solid. And then it turned out to a composite looking just like this on the right. And then our packaging also has several properties that are like styrofoam without having any of the environmental impact. After subjecting the biocomposite to several tests, such as like this hammer punch and dropping it from the stairs, we concluded that tobacco has really ideal elasticity, strength, and endurance. And as a plus, it's biodegradable and has a lot of versatile shapes that it can come into.
Here's how we expect tobacco to work. Our first phase, setting up a scientific pilot in Florida, is already underway. First, farmers will reach out to tobacco through established agricultural partners. Then we'll provide them with the training materials to learn about our brand. Mushroom warehouses are the manufacturing factories where tobacco mushroom packaging is made. They have all the equipment for making packaging like tobacco shredders, washing pots, and molds. For the commercial front, when e-commerce companies come to us as interested buyers in implementing mushroom-based packaging, we will work with them to design a 3D mold made from eco-friendly PET thermoform for the mushrooms. We'll send the mold to our mushroom warehouses to begin manufacturing. As for our marketing scheme, we've already developed a unique company logo and eye-catching branding imprint of a tobacco leaf and a mushroom spore that we hope to imprint on all of our products to serve as our trademark. We plan to market to companies who express interest in sustainability and humanitarian benefit. We've also performed a competitive analysis, and our main competitor is Ecovative Design, the commercial developer of mushroom eco-packaging in the US. Furthermore, they want to pass the torch of microcomposite technology, having licenses in Europe, the United States, and Asia. But other than South Africa, we feel that the African manufacturing market is wide open.
So now let's get into the nitty-gritties of financials. We know that it is a daunting task to set up a company internationally, but Malawi is where the need is. We hope to form alliances with local stakeholders, and our proof of concept pilot in Central Florida will cost about $3,000 to make. In order to make our prototypes, all the equipment except for the starter hood have been purchased using good faith lend investments. And 1 year after piloting, we hope to expand operations to Malawi, and we're looking forward to the opportunity to grow our initiative.
Thank you for listening to our pitch. If you have any more questions about the tobacco company business, feel free to contact us at tobacco.ecopackaging@gmail.com. Thank you.